Hello and welcome to The Eye, your English news bulletin. I'm Esther. These are the headlines. India evacuated some 50 officials and security personnel from Kandahar in an Air Force aircraft following intense clashes between Afghan forces and Taliban fighters who seized key areas near the city in southern Afghanistan. After recording a COVID-19 positivity rate of over 5% for the last few days, the Arunachal state government has recommended a complete lockdown in Itanagar. 8 leopard skins and a tiger skin were seized and 7 wildlife smugglers were arrested in Kalahandi, Odisha. Now for the news in details. India evacuated all its India-based personnel from Kandahar on Saturday evening by special flight as Taliban advanced into the city amidst fighting and violence.
The Indian mission is now manned only by the local Afghan staff who work for the Indian government. For the time being, the Mazar-e-Sharif consulate is still open and with Indian personnel, but that may not be for too long as the Taliban sweep through the western part of Afghanistan. The Kabul embassy is the only one that is still fully functional with Indian personnel. The Indian ambassador to Afghanistan, Rudrendra Tandon, discussed the deteriorating security situation with the new Afghan Defence Minister, Bismillah Khan Mohammadi, earlier this week. The Indian government on Thursday indicated that they were watching the situation carefully and pulled out Indians on Saturday. India had clearly closed down its mission in Jalalabad and Herat in 2020, citing COVID, but it was clear that the security situation had played a part. Despite some overly optimistic assessments by the departing US military forces, the Afghan government security forces are collapsing with barely a fight. The Taliban too are playing a smarter game this time by controlling and closing off the northern borders as well as on the Iranian side to prevent the growth of any northern alliance-like formation to challenge them. Security sources here don't give Afghanistan more than a few weeks before Taliban control all of the country. At this point, the Islamist group control over 85% of Afghanistan. Most other countries, from Australia to China as well as the NATO countries, have all pulled out their personnel. The Afghan Taliban has activated its traditional support from among Pakistan's terror group like Lashkar-e-Taiba. Several IDs of Pakistan security forces have also been found, indicating they are fighting alongside the Taliban.
8 leopard skins and a tiger skin were seized and 7 wildlife smugglers were arrested in Kalahandi by a joint team from Wildlife Crime Control Bureau and forest officials of Odisha and Chhattisgarh on Saturday.
Chief Wildlife Warden Shashi Paul said the seizures included a tiger and a leopard skin from M. Rambur area and 2 leopard hides from the Junagadh area of the district. He said a massive interstate racket may be at work as 5 tiger skins have been seized from the bordering areas in Chhattisgarh in the last 6 months and all the accused were from Odisha's Kalahandi district. Paul said the seized tiger skin was being examined and if required it will be sent to the Center for Wildlife Health at OUAD or Forensic Lab of Wildlife Institute of India at Dehradun for confirmation. He said all the 6 accused nabbed in this connection were middlemen comprehended by the joint team that posed as customers of the animal skins to lure them out. Kalahandi District Forest Officer Nitesh Kumar said interrogation was on to find the interstate poaching and dredging link. In April, the Special Task Force of the Crime Investigation Department seized 1 leopard skin and 11 ivory from 2 persons in Nagaland district. The same month, the STF arrested a wildlife smuggler and seized a leopard skin in Bauchi district. In February, STF seized a leopard hide, while in March they seized a leopard skin and arrested 2 smugglers in Barkod area of Teokad district.
After recording a COVID-19 positivity rate of over 5% for the last few days, the Arunachal state government has recommended a complete lockdown in Itanagar to curb the spread of the virus.
According to Dalabodam, Deputy Commissioner Itanagar, a meeting was held for the implementation of lockdown in the capital city. After recording a death positivity rate over 5% for a few days, we held a meeting with stakeholders for the implementation of lockdown in the district. We have given a recommendation to the state government for a complete lockdown for a week, Bodam said while speaking to the media. As per the State Health Ministry, Arunachal Pradesh reported 478 new COVID-19 cases out of 5,818 days on Saturday. The COVID positivity rate stands at 8.22%. Earlier last week, the centre had rushed multidisciplinary teams to 6 states, including Arunachal Pradesh, for COVID-19 control and containment measures, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare informed. As many as 39,563 positivity cases have been recorded in the state so far, including 35,634 recoveries and 188 deaths. There are currently 3,741 active cases. As per the Union Health Ministry, 691,832 doses of COVID-19 vaccines have been administered in the state so far, including 5,83,283 first doses and 1,80,549. As much as 72.24% of the state's population has received the first dose, while 13.92% of the population is fully vaccinated against the coronavirus. Arunachal Pradesh government recommends complete lockdown.
The National Lok Adalat under the aegis of the Nagaland State Legal Services Authority was held on July 11th, where 24 matters out of 38 listed disputes or matters were settled. The total settlement amount was Rs 36,35,776. Let's have a look at the details.
In the National Lok Adalat, or the People's Court, held by legal services institutions all across the state in concert with the rest of the country, 9 Lok Adalat sitting benches were constituted by the district legal services authorities in the respective district headquarters. In total, disputes or matters, cases in pending stage as well as in pre-litigation stage, mostly in the category of bank recovery, criminal compoundable cases, and motor accident claims tribunal. Other settlement amount also included the fine money, bank recovery amount, compensation amount, among others, with pervasive pursuance by the conciliators. Through arbitration, conciliation, and amicable efforts, the benches were able to recover and settle 24 such disputes and cases. Settlement amount involved in the cases was total Rs 36,35,776 only. This settlement amount is the amount mutually agreed for payment between the litigants or parties who are involved in a dispute, where the parties, on arriving at a consensus, the willing amount to settle the disputes for damage caused, or a negotiated amount for payment on a claim by party. Settlement amount also includes the fine money, bank recovery money, money suits, compensation money, etc. The sitting was organized in Dimapur, Kohima, Longling, Gifiri, Mugukchung, Mon, Doinsang, Pek, and Bokha. The NLA is presided by Chairperson DLSS cum Chief Judicial Magistrate, District and Sessions Judge, Secretary or CGM, Junior Magistrate as presiding officers, and panel lawyers as conciliators.
A Congress party delegation met Assam Governor Jagdish Mukhi on Saturday, accusing Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma of making undemocratic and unconstitutional remarks at least twice.
After Congress MLA Roop Jyoti Kurmi resigned from the party last week to join the Bharatiya Janata Party, Sarma said that instead of sitting in opposition benches for 5 years, opposition MLA should consider joining the government and work for the welfare of the public. In the second instance, the CM had said that deputy commissioners of districts will only listen to ministers and not MLAs on development work, as legislators' job was to frame laws in the assembly. The remarks by the CM, which try to demean the constitutional roles and duties of the opposition, are in a very bad state, and we feel that such a behavior is intolerable and becoming part of a CM who has taken oath under you to protect and preserve and safeguard the Indian Constitution, the Congress memorandum read. The Indian Constitution being a proviso for parliamentary form of democracy wherein both ruling and opposition parties are a must. These remarks of the CM are undemocratic, unconstitutional, it added. The memorandum submitted to the governor by the party in this matter said the MLAs are members of committees at block, circle, subdivision and district levels and are also ex officio members of urban bodies in their constituencies. MLAs are accountable to the people of their respective constituencies for development and other activities. So the CM's statement that an MLA has no work outside assembly is concocted, self-manufactured and baseless, only with a view to dissuade government officials from listening to opposition MLAs, it stated. The Congress delegation led by the party's party leader Debarata Saikia urged the governor to advise the CM not to pass such comments against the opposition in future.
Some unidentified miscreants allegedly lobbed grenades targeting road construction workers in Kachar district in Assam near Mizoram border on Saturday. No one was injured in the incident that took place at Lailapur area under Dholai Assembly constituency, people said.
Kachar Superintendent of Police Vaibhav Chandrakant Nimbalkar confirmed hearing the sound of a blast while the workers said they were attacked with grenades. We were at the inspection of the work when we heard the sound of a blast. We rushed to the area where the workers said some miscreants from Mizoram side threw grenades targeting them. But fortunately, no one was injured and we are now going to investigate the matter, Nimbalkar said. The incident took place a day after Chief Secretaries of Mizoram and Assam met in New Delhi on Friday to discuss the ongoing border dispute between both states. The meeting remained inconclusive after Mizoram sought more time on Assam's proposal to maintain status quo along the border and withdrawal of security forces from the disputed areas. 3 districts of Assam's Barak Valley share a 164-kilometer long border with 3 districts of Mizoram. There have been border disputes between both the states since Mizoram's formation in 1987. The disputes led to clashes in August last year and February this year. This is the second time when explosives were used to terrorize people along Assam-Mizoram border. Last year, a primary school on the Assam side of the interstate border was bombed by miscreants at Upper Painom area in Dholai. Some tension is going on along the constitutional boundary between both states. We are always open for discussion and resolutions of our dispute, but don't encroach our land as of now. Assam police are working day and night to protect our constitutional boundary, Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said at Guwahati on Saturday. According to officials of Kachar district administration, a road is under construction from Dholai's Dholakal to Upper Painom area. The Assam government project was getting delayed because of the obstructions made by some groups from Mizoram's side. When a team of top-level officials visited to inquire about the status of work on Sunday, a group of people including civilians and few armed men in uniform obstructed the team. They warned them not to move further and used abusive language. The local police have confirmed that the incident took place within the territory of Assam on Sunday afternoon. On Saturday, the delegation was stopped at Lailapur area while taking stock of the work. According to the officials, miscreants from Mizoram side have so far encroached 6.5 kilometers within the territory of Assam. Senior police and administrative officials are leading an eviction process along the border in the 3 districts of the Barak Valley in Assam.
In some more regional news, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Sunday rolled out a scheme to provide one-time financial assistance of Rs 2.5 lakh each to all widows whose husbands died due to COVID-19 if their annual family income is less than 5 lakh.
Under the new Chief Minister's COVID-19 Widow Support Scheme, Sarma handed over checks to 176 eligible beneficiaries from 8 districts. At least 873 beneficiaries have been identified as of now under this scheme, and all the checks will be given to them by the state ministers in districts by the next week, Sarma said. In Assam, 6,159 coronavirus positive people have died, including 1,347 due to comorbidities, he said. Though we have identified 873 widows, we expect that 2,000 to 2,500 will be there. The enrollment process is going on in districts, the Chief Minister said. The Assam government has already launched a scheme to provide Rs 3,500 per month to children who lost their parents due to COVID-19. He has requested the Finance Minister to provide some funds to give something to the other COVID-19 affected families, Sarma said. Assam has done something before other states have taken such initiatives, Sarma added. The state budget for 2021-2022 will be presented on July 16 by Finance Minister Ajanta Niyog. The budget session of the Assembly will begin on Monday. The beneficiaries of Arunachal and widow pension programs are also eligible for the one-time financial assistance under the Chief Minister COVID-19 Widow Support Scheme.
Tripura High Court on Friday termed the state's claim to have administered the first dose of COVID vaccines to 80% of all eligible people, including 98% in the 45-plus age category, as inaccurate and asked for correct information at the earliest. The Health Department was, however, sticking to its figures. The court pointed out contradiction in data to point out that National Health Mission Director Dr. Siddharth Shiv Jaiswal's quote, published on June 25th, claiming around 80% of all eligible population and 98% of residents above 45 years of age had been given their first dose of the vaccine, were not accurate. The court observed that as per the government affidavit, the state has nearly 2.68 million eligible residents above 18 years of age and nearly 1.236 million residents above 45 years of age. From any angle, neither of these two claims was accurate. On the date when the mission director made these claims, the total vaccine doses administered was 2.42 million, of which 566,458 were second doses. Therefore, the total number of people vaccinated was 1.86 million. Perhaps he has taken the total doses of vaccines administered for arriving at this 80% coverage, forgetting that a substantial part of it was administered to the same person as a second dose, the court order read. The court added that roughly 1.43 million doses were administered to people above 45 years of age at the time, and 566,458 residents got their second doses, and most of them are from the 45 plus age group. The court asked the NHM director to soon issue an official statement pointing out either there was an error on his side or a misunderstanding on the part of the press in understanding the figures. Reacting to the High Court order, a senior health official said on condition of anonymity that the department's calculation was correct. We have checked our figures and we stick to the 98% vaccination coverage claim. There might be some miscommunication between our office and the court. We will submit an affidavit at the earliest. The National Highway 10 between Sikkim and West Bengal witnessed a massive traffic jam on Sunday as scores of cars kept waiting on account of multiple landslides upon the arterial roadway which connects the Himalayan state with the rest of India. News agency PTI reported, citing officials at the Border Roads Organization familiar with the matter.
NH10 in Sikkim remained blocked in parts due to multiple landslides triggered by heavy rainfall since Saturday night. The highway was, however, completely blocked for a period on Sunday after a landslide in the morning at the 29th mile area in West Bengal between Testa and the Rambi rivers. Sikkim has been witnessing heavy rainfall for over a week. The region is prone to frequent landslides during the monsoon. The NH10 road link between Sikkim and West Bengal keeps getting affected due to landslide damage triggered by heavy rainfall during the monsoon season. Scores of vehicles remain jammed on NH10 in serpentine queues for more than 1 kilometer on both sides of the landslide spot, the news agency reported, citing its sources. The report said that the BRO has already initiated an operation to clear the highway of the landslide debris. Relentless rainfall in Sikkim is hindering the repair work to clear the NH10 highway, but the goal is to primarily open the road for one-way traffic, considering the importance of the route. Several light vehicles traveling on the NH10 roadway is taking a detour via Darjeeling in West Bengal to reach their destinations, the report said. Last year, the 29th-mile stretch in West Bengal's Kalimpong district was affected by major landslides due to incessant rainfall in the monsoon.
That's all for tonight's English News Bulletin. I'm Esther. Keep watching Hornbill TV.